Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Flow with the Grow. I'm your host, Sophia, and this is a podcast for all things health, fitness, wellness, and also personal growth. I want to be sharing the ups, the downs of my life, but also helping you navigate yours, especially through the times of struggle, of challenge, when we feel like the world is against us, because we all have those times when we're on top of the world one day and then we're on bottom the next. It's like a roller coaster, and you are not alone. So with every episode, I hope to share actionable tips as well as inspiration, or not really motivation, but something to help you take action, or something that fuels your soul and is like, hell yes, let's tackle this day. So today, this is an episode for you if you're someone who you had some health and fitness goals for 2022, you were gung-ho about them, super motivated, and you had a fire under your booty, and now you find yourself kind of struggling. You're kind of at maybe a plateau or kind of like a blah stage, which is, by the way, totally normal, and you're not alone. I've been the past couple days talking with a lot of people who are in the same exact boat. Like, they just feel like they've kind of fallen behind. They're really struggling to stay on track with their goals. And it's been motivation, quote, motivation with workouts and eating healthier for the most part. I'll say for the most part, workout wise. So I want to just kind of talk more about that and then give you 5 ways to help you stay more accountable. And here's the thing with accountability. It takes work. It's not easy. You have to put in the work, and it's like a practice, like how I talk about with everything, it seems like, but it really does take work, and it really is practice. First of all, I'm here to help you get out of your head, get out of your own way, because sometimes all it takes is having a conversation with someone, talking with someone. Maybe it's listening to a podcast episode, listening to me, but it's just having that conversation of someone else or someone else speaking to help you realize that, okay, I am in my own head, I'm in my own thoughts, snap out of it, and then you realize, yeah, that was all that I needed. So if this is you, you're kind of feeling in your own head, maybe find someone or ask someone to just talk you through what you're feeling. Maybe you just need to vent to someone like, hey, this is happening. I can't get myself to go work out after work or go work out in the morning, whatever it is. Just have a conversation with someone. And while we're talking on the topic about working out, a lot of people were saying that they're not motivated to work out. They don't have the energy. And I just want to remind you that maybe take a look at the goals that you set for yourself. It's okay if they change. It's okay if you take it a step back. And in fact, that's what I recommend. Look at the goals that you've set. Look at your situation. And instead of having the goal of working out 5 days a week, if your schedule is crazy, your work schedule is crazy, it's a physical job, whatever it may be, but you're wanting to start working out, like lifting weights, maybe you set the goal of 1 day a week, and that's it. And you just start with that. Go back to some basics and starting simple, starting small. You don't have to work on all the things at once. You don't have to put pressure on yourself to have 10 different goals. Something that's been helping me, a different mindset, has been 1% better every day. So whether maybe you're going to be drinking 2 glasses of water instead of 1, and that's all you focus on, that's 1% better. Maybe it's working out 1 day a week versus the 4 days a week. But that 1% over time is going to add up to a lot. And even though it seems like 1% doesn't matter, it really does. And then also, maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit. Like, maybe you're eating healthier, you've been making changes, but because you're not living up to the standard that you thought you would, then you're getting down on yourself. But slipping up every now and then is normal, and it happens, and it's honestly inevitable. If you take a look at what you're doing now, like let's say you had these goals for 2022, you started working on them. Well, what if you just didn't work at them at all in the very beginning? Would you be where you are now? So what I'm saying is give yourself credit for all the things that you have been doing and been working towards, because if you decided to not even do any of that, you wouldn't be as strong, or maybe you wouldn't have been eating as healthy, or maybe you wouldn't be having this change in perspective and mindset on food and fitness, or maybe your body, or maybe you're more confident in your skin, or whatever it is, you're doing more than what you did pre-2022, before the goals that you set, before you started working on those goals. So just remember to give yourself credit for all the things that you have done and have achieved. And I want you to know that you feeling this way right now is totally okay. It's okay to just take a breath, become aware that you're maybe at a plateau, or you're not as motivated, or not really, you've just kind of fallen behind on your goals. Like, that's just a part of the journey, but that's where we can learn from the journey. Like, this just is what it is. Just realize that this is happening. And now you can ask yourself, what's my next step? What am I going to do now? Reevaluate. And reevaluate according to the situation that you're in, or that has been your life recently. What is the tiniest of goals that I can set today, tomorrow, for the next week that isn't too daunting, that can maybe be kind of fun? Like, set a goal that's going to be fun, that's going to bring you joy, and that's going to be simple. It's not going to be overwhelming. It's going to be just something small that you can begin to implement into your life to make it more of a habit and to set yourself up for success. And not that there's success and failure, because I think really there's success and then there's learning and growing, and really that's it. Here are some things that I want you to keep in mind. The things first that I would encourage you not to do, and maybe this is what you are doing. I know I've struggled with this in the past too, but when you find yourself that you're stuck or you've fallen off track, I don't want you to, number one, give up completely. Don't give up. This is a part of the journey. The second thing is, I used to say, screw it. Screw it. My whole day is ruined. My whole week is ruined. And maybe I would either get down on myself, or I would make choices that does not serve my health either. I don't want you to work out more to punish yourself. I used to work out more in order to burn more calories so that I could make up for what I ate, or what I felt bad for eating, or just overeating. I would try and work out more to make up or to punish myself. And then you also don't need to restrict more. And in fact, that's probably the last thing you should do. You don't need to restrict more food because of the fact that you slipped up on your nutrition, or you feel like you fell off track and you just can't get back on track. Don't restrict more. And then along with the whole giving up, don't tell yourself, well, it's no use. What's the point? Those are kind of the common mindsets that I see or hear of when someone falls off track. And now keep these things in mind. Number one, you are not alone. And number two, these times, like I've said, should be expected. Life happens. You're human. You're not a robot. We all have things that come up, that random life events, or we don't follow through on what we say we're going to for our nutrition plan or workout plan. These times are inevitable. Number three, when it becomes an expectation, so when we expect that these things are going to happen, that they possibly could happen, then falling off track really just doesn't exist, because it is a part of the journey. Number four, once you become aware that you've fallen off track a bit, take a breath and realize it's okay. Set 1 or 2 small goals for the next day or week. Lower the expectations and remember why you started, which I'll get into a little bit more as well. Number 5, your whole day and week is absolutely not ruined because of one decision. That is the all or nothing mentality. Let that go. Number 6, lastly, please practice the mindset that you do not need to eat less and restrict foods because you ate more than planned, or work out more to make up or punish yourself for what you ate or drank. I feel like these are especially true for coming out of the weekend, or, once we go into the weekend and then come Monday, we feel like we're starting all over again. But whatever point you're at, whether it's the weekend or midweek, think about these things and then maybe ask yourself, am I held accountable to anyone? Do I have anyone supporting me? Have I talked to anyone about my goals? Like, what can you do to help you stay more accountable? And this is where my 5 tips, the 5 ways are going to come in for how you can stay more accountable. Just to kind of brainstorm some other ways if you are kind of stuck or you don't have an accountability plan. I like the saying, inspiration gets you going, accountability keeps you going. The first way is to share it to your social media, whether it's a long-term goal or document your journey along the way, which I'm all about that, just kind of documenting your day-to-day. And whether it's a daily post or maybe in your stories, maybe it's the tiny goal that you're going to set for the day or the week. But by you putting that thing out there into the universe and by publicly sharing, you internally don't want to not do that thing that you say you're going to do. So if you know that there's just something about sharing your day-to-day life or sharing your goal publicly with people that can see your posts and read your posts every day or every other day or once a week or whatever it is, then this might be for you. If you know that will help you stay accountable. Number 2, tell a close friend or a family member. This is unfortunate. It's an unfortunate truth, but we're less likely to let a loved one down and more likely to let ourselves down. But the fortunate truth is that your loved ones want to see you succeed, or at least they should, and sometimes they'll even give you the tough love or the pep talk that you need in order to pick yourself back up and to keep going. And oftentimes, they might even join you. So find someone who will support you hard and pick you back up when the struggling times show up again, because it's happening now, but let's face it, it's going to happen again. So have someone alongside with you to help you in those times. Number 3, join a Facebook group, which, by the way, I have a free Facebook group for anyone. I just started it as a way for people to stay more accountable during their whole 2022 health and fitness goals, and just a way to connect with other people who have goals as well and have that community and to bounce ideas off of each other, bounce recipes off of each other. I go in there and post my workouts and different meals that we make and recipes, and you can ask questions. You can share your own journey and workouts and food and all the good stuff. But if not mine, maybe there's one that you will resonate with, or there's others out there that you can join. So these, in my experience, have been so powerful. And I just think it's so cool that you can be a part of a group of people who have similar goals and they will cheer you on virtually. Like, you don't have to be in the same room. You can be in different states, different countries even. And if you don't want to post all your health and fitness things to your personal profile, then join a group where that's like the norm and it's celebrated. Join a group where others are posting all the things too. And there are groups out there that will support the heck out of you and keep the group a safe space for encouragement and questions. So, by the way, if you do want to join, it's on Facebook, Club Fit 2022. You can request to join. You can message me on Facebook or Instagram if you would like me to put you in that group. All right, number 4, sign up for that race you've been wanting to do, whether it's a 5K, a half marathon, a full marathon, maybe it's an obstacle course type competition, like a Spartan or Tough Mudder, or I don't know, whatever it is, but sign up for it if you have been wanting to do it. Or maybe it's a bodybuilding competition. Because here's the deal. When you sign up for something, you're making a commitment, and by doing that, you'll be more likely to get your butt going. So whether it's the financial piece that gets you going, or it's just the simple act of signing up, it forces you to start training so that you're prepared, because you want to be prepared come race day and competition day. Number 5, put some skin in the game and hire a coach or a trainer. Invest in someone who will help you and they'll guide you. They'll put together a plan. You don't have to think about it. You just execute the plan. Go for it. And then you also have that person to give you that pep talk or for you to vent to if you are struggling. Like, they're the ultimate, I believe, the ultimate accountability. If you invest and hire someone, you're being held accountable by someone you likely already trust and respect. You let them make the plan while you do your best to follow the plan with one-on-one guidance. And your coach/trainer keeps you going through the ups and the downs. So to recap, 1, share to your social media. 2, tell a close friend or family member. 3, join a Facebook group. 4, sign up for that race or obstacle course or competition that you've been wanting to do. And number 5, hire a coach or a trainer. And maybe you stay really accountable to doing one of these things, and then you need to change it up and try something else. You can switch, you can try things out, see what works for you. And I will close out by saying, if I were to have someone in front of me right now. And he or she said how she is struggling to get back on track with her 2022 goals. She slips up on her eating. She hasn't been making workouts a priority like she know she should, and she wants it to be, but she just doesn't do it. She's tired, doesn't have the motivation, or things just keep coming up. Life keeps happening. There's sick kids and you get a little bit of an injury, like whatever it is. I would say, number one, it's okay. We knew that this would happen. Hopefully they knew. Hopefully you knew. Like it's a part of the process. So it's a normal thing. And then I would reevaluate the situation. What tiny goal can we set to accommodate to your current situation, your current way of living, your current lifestyle, the things that are happening? What's one tiny goal that we can set for the next 5 days? You're not failing. This isn't you quitting. We're just figuring out and brainstorming ways to get back going again. And you might again fall off soon after that, and that's okay. And here's another perspective that you can think about, because this has happened to me. There's definitely been times when I feel tired, or I don't feel, quote, motivated. And really, I've changed the word motivated. I just try not to use that word. But I try not to put my focus towards those thoughts on the fact that I feel blah, I'm not motivated, I'm tired, I don't want to do it, I don't want to work out. And like I said before, there's a knowing of when your body needs that rest, or if it's just you are in your head about it and you're making up these excuses to not go work out or move your body, whatever it is. I try not to put my focus on those thoughts. I think about how I'll feel after the fact. So in this case, working out, how I'll feel after I do that workout. And I know that when I start working out, that gives me more energy. That generates more energy. By me putting forth the energy, I will generate more energy. And it's the getting going part that's tough. But once I do, and I just tell myself, okay, I'm just going to do this workout slowly, no pressure, just kind of move through the movements. Oftentimes, and I would bet this is true for you, will be true for you, I find myself doing more than I expect because of the momentum I gain by just starting. Keep in mind why you're starting this. What's the reason for why you set those 2022 goals? What life did you want to be living down the road when you reach those goals? How would your day look? How would you feel? Who else would be positively affected? And get back to the root of why you started and refire yourself back up. Remember those reasons. Set a tiny goal that you're going to look forward to, that's going to kind of re-excite you again, and just get out of your own head. Small steps, 1% better. You got this. I'm with you. I support you. Remember this time right now that you're facing where maybe at a plateau, or you feel stuck, or you're not as motivated as you were, you're not as energized as you were in the very beginning. Just remember that this is a part of the journey, and you truly have the choice to choose how you're going to respond to where you're at now. And you have the choice to take action, but only you have the choice to take action. You can get support, you can get accountability, you can set a plan that excites you, you can do all these things, but you're the one that needs to take action on those things. And all it needs to be is one small step forward. And this is a great opportunity for you to learn more about yourself, or to someday look back on and say, yeah, this was a challenge and you made it through. And then you can help someone else get through that as well. If you need someone to get you out of your own head, or to support you more, or give you some accountability, or brainstorm some tiny goals, or brainstorm just different things to help you get back on track, or get remotivated or re-fired up, you let me know. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Sophia_Dawn41, or of course on Facebook, and let me know where you're at. Let me know how I can help you. If this episode resonated with you, it helped you put a little fire under your booty, or you're going to get some accountability, let me know in the DMs, or put this episode up on your stories and tag me. Thank you for listening and for being here. And as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night to week, weekend. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Flow with the Grow. I'll see you next week for your daily dose of positivity and growth.